Hello there guys, welcome back to another build video. Finally, it's only been over a month. But I'm back with a melee Axton build. Which, I mean, if you can make melee Axton work on OP10, it clearly isn't too difficult. Uh, Surprisingly, the only two guns I actually used were the Rapier, because melee damage, and Ruby for slagging and healing. I'm actually surprised that I did not use the Flacker damage glitch once. I did use the Flacker though, just not with the damage glitch to take down a couple enemies because they had an attack that just kept launching me away, so I couldn't be bothered dealing with it. But anyway, I used the Love Thumper. Mine has the corrosion immunity. I did not. You could probably fight Captain Flint with this build, but I would suggest using a fire immunity shield. Or it'll say on the item card incendiary immunity, something like that. Use the Point Man for survivability. Might of the Ceres because a bit more melee damage. Though a health relic would go with this build quite well as well. Just use my normal singularity that I always use. Pretty much it. I did also I it isn't in any of the recordings I don't think, but I did also test out the Cherami because it actually heals the player for 15% of damage dealt, but it has to be by the Cherami itself. I'll be honest, I'm not sure if it was I'm not sure if that applied to the melee damage of this, or if it just applies to the actual bullet damage. Because it's 15% for itself, and then 2% for everything else. So say you're holding it and then you throw a fastball, it would heal you for 2% of the fastball's damage. But anyway, on to the skills. Sentry and Reload, because, well, they're better than these two skills, plus, because I'm using the Love Thumper, I did not want any shield skills at all. Able, because healing. Onslaught for the movement speed, which does kind of help with survivability a little bit. But also kind of helps get to run to another enemy if you're about to go down or something, which then like goes into last ditch effort for that movement speed in Fight for Your Life. Very helpful on all that movement speed. Grenadier, because I didn't know where else to put those 5 points. Crisis Management, because my shield's going to be down for most of the time. Double up for slag turrets, so I don't have to worry about slagging enemies all the time. Impact for that pitiful amount of melee damage. I'll be honest though, if they're gonna give him 3 melee damage skills, they should have at least they shouldn't have done it. They should have at least made him like a decent melee character without having to have like a full setup for it. But yeah, all the melee skills. Longbow turret and do or die because turret health and you can deploy it further away. And because you can throw grenades in Fight for Life, which is very helpful when you're using singularities and melee. You can pull them in towards you, then strike them down. I did not spec into these 3 because they are shield skills. This one doesn't matter as much because there's no point in specking into this one because my shield's going to be down most of the time. This one, I did not spec into it because it's recharge delay specifically that it says there. I do not want that. And I do not want my shield coming back the second I get a kill. So I'll spec into healthy for all that health. I already mentioned last ditch effort for the movement speed. Phalanx shield because I didn't know where else to put that at one point. Forbearance for the don't really care about the max health on this one, but there wasn't really anywhere else I could put those 5 points. It's kind of the same with the resourceful, though because I'm not using any kind of Bone of the Ancients or a cooldown relic, or a class mod that increases the cooldown rate. This is my only turret cooldown. Grit, because it's grit. Grit is one of the best skills in the game. Overpowered as well. Pretty sure it came in handy a few times as well, actually. Then again, I never really noticed when it actually comes into effect. Gemini for the double up on the double slag turrets. The bar was off mainly because well, it didn't really matter if it was on or off, because as you can see, the stats are gone. That's a bug that happens on console sometimes. It may look like it just turned itself back into tokens, but I just happened to already have that many tokens before the stats disappeared. But anyway, let's get into it. Starting off with the couple of mini boss kills, because I really couldn't kill any boss that I could think of with this build, this setup. Though I was surprised that I got bad mode down in about 40-ish seconds. This is sped up by about 2 times. Yeah, here's Knuckle Dragger. Though to be fair, Knuckle Dragger is easy, so it's not really a good sort of. It's not really good at showing off this build. And here we have Boom Boom. Well, Big Bertha, then Boom Boom. I don't know why Boom isn't in the turret right now. I don't know, maybe it's because I waited too long to get in the arena. Could be that, I have no idea. But he got mugged. Yeah, he went down like really fast. And I know he's not. I know Boom Boom isn't technically a difficult mini boss, but Gasmask has struggled on him. Wait, this is Bonehead 2.0. Yeah, I went down a few times here. Not really surprised though, there is a few of them, and they're all shooting in my general direction. But yeah, I was actually really surprised that this build is so good. I mean, it's good for mobbing and a few mini bosses, a few badasses, but not really much else beyond that, because for example, Warlorders, badass loaders, the constructors, the badass constructors, Wilhelm, Hurley, they all have attacks that launch the player back, so you can't actually hit them with melee, so it's kind of difficult to fight them. And then there's other bosses like, oh yeah, Saturn's also another one that launches you away. So and besides it's Saturn, I am not crazy enough to fight Saturn. Then there's other bosses like Bunker, for example. Can't really fight Bunker. There's melee Axton at least. Yeah, here I decided to just run because, yep, I tried to pick up my turrets before they aggroed all the skags. And I saw a rabbit coming, so, you know, I had to run. I just run away. I think they did the aggro though, around here I think it was. And like, nope, no, they're still chasing me. I might be thinking of something else here. Oh yeah, that's the problem with going down. You respawn. You respawn with sort of with most of your shield at least. And that rabbit's gag made a mistake by attacking me. Yeah, this build is actually it's actually pretty good, but it does require a bit of skill. I'll be honest, I was a bit hesitant about doing this build before, but then I saw Starkiller kill the warrior on stream as melee and Maya. With kind of the same setup. It was the rapier. He was using the rapier and the love thumper as well, actually. Except that he was using a perfect one. That was about 27.5 million melee there. Yep, my turret's got to that one provided. At least it was only a small one. Now for a bit of mobbing in Washburn Refinery. There is actually something weird that I found out with this build. Bit of a weird interaction with the bull loaders. Don't know why it was happening. But yeah, at least there's power loaders in here doing melee damage. Attack me close to them very easily. Oh yeah, it was this bull loader here, look. The Novas were going off, I could see them, but they weren't doing any damage. I must have been hitting the shield, even though I was aiming for the crit spot on the shoulder. Yeah, I do retreat a lot with this build. And surprisingly, they de-aggroed quite quickly. I was expecting to chase me down, but yeah. Usually they do just chase me down. But yeah, I was waiting for my turret cooldown to be up before rushing back in, like I always do. Yep, kept forgetting to switch to the rapier. I'm not sure if using the rapier actually matters or not. But it's the best melee weapon in the game, so I decided to use it. I was thinking about doing another build with the Law and Order. But I didn't think my shield would be able to... I don't think I'd be able to keep my shield down for long enough. But I would have specifically used it just for a bit of healing. Since it does have that, it does have that synergy. Spoiler alert though, you will not see a Hurley kill because I killed him with a flakka. It wasn't a damage glitch, it was just a flakka by itself and the turrets. Because he kept launching me away. Though for a period of time, he does sort of just stop stomping and just sort of shoots fire, you know, like fire guns, like warlorders and badass lorders have. So I mean, you could melee him during that bit. But between him and Wilhelm, I would say that he's a lot easier to use. Not use, kill. He's a lot easier to kill. Well, yeah, I did use the Jeremy. Oh yeah, because this is when I was seeing if which one was the better Moxie weapon for this build. Well, obviously, the best one is obviously a Grog Nozzle with the melee attachment. But yeah, you're definitely not going to see a Wilhelm kill because I didn't even bother trying to fight him. Because on top of him having like a ground slam attack, which does launch you away, he spawns two drones, one that recharges his shield and one that heals him. So, yeah. be very difficult to actually kill him. To be honest, I wasn't expecting my turrets to do so much with just the without nuke or scorched earth. Yeah, they do quite a lot of damage actually. I mean, you could probably melee the badass loaders if you're actually a bit patient. I don't know why I was went with my turrets here. I could have easily just used the rapier and killed it. Yeah, I throw out both turrets a lot, though really you only need one. That bonus from Battlefront. Just skipping a bit ahead in Washburn Refinery, just to shorten this video down a bit. Yeah, this part here is like really easy because you can just lower the enemies into this corner and then just, well, kill them. Plus the mini boss that's here, Pervy, is like ridiculously just easy. He has like no health. Yeah, that's how much health he doesn't have. He just doesn't exist. Though there is still a couple more enemies here, and they will serve as an example of why last ditch effort was so important for this build. Because without that movement speed, you're potentially just never going to be able to actually get close to an enemy and fight for your life. Yep, right here. Without that movement speed, that junk loader possibly would have just, well, escaped. But here's a couple of Crystallisk kills. One of them is not blue, even though I've just thought of that. That would have been good to include. So I do not feel like fighting blue or rouge with only melee. But still, the Crystallisks do go down quite quickly. Then again, they do have 3 big crit spots. So it's not like they're exactly difficult. And there we see, what, 37 million damage? I bet you never thought Axton would ever do any more than like 2 damage on melee. Anyway, here's a bit of Bloodshot Stronghold. I did not go through the entire thing because I did not want to fight Mad Mike. That rocket launcher just defies everything. Yeah, I was playing it a bit safe. It is Bloodshot Stronghold, it is actually quite easy, but like I said, it's Bloodshot Stronghold. If you're not careful, you're gonna have a bad time with it. It's a bit like the Beatdown and Lynchwood. They're fun and easy if you're actually like good at the game or actually have a strategy that works. I have just noticed that I was bouncing on that Nomad shield, It was counting as the jump damage. Well, I wasn't actually bouncing on the shield, but because I was close enough to the shield, it's counting as jump damage. Which only does 1 or 2 as all the characters except Krieg because he's heavier. Yeah, I am not crazy enough to try this out against other enemies like Bunker, Wilhelm and all that. But Gas Mask probably is. That would actually be funny to see that though, to see that as a video. So that's it for this one, guys. Let me know what you thought of the build in the comments. Like, subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.